If you're a baseball fan, the number 42 is a really important number. It was the number of Jackie Robinson, the first African American to cross the racial lines and play in Major League Baseball in 1947. The movie that came out a few years ago about his life was just simply called 42. That number has been retired for all Major League Baseball teams. This meant that no future Major League Baseball player could ever wear Jackie's number. It commemorated the courage and bravery of what Jackie Robinson did for the game of baseball when he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers. The number was retired in a ceremony which took place in 1997 at Shea Stadium to mark the 50th anniversary of Robinson's first game with the Dodgers. That number was important not just for baseball, but for the racial divide in our country. And that number 42 is still important and significant today, and more so in the future. Welcome to the 260 Journey and Revelation 13, where 42 is seismic for the planet. When we see the word anti, we immediately think of the prefix against or opposite. Anticlimactic means the ending of something is disappointing, you expected more. Antisocial, it's the opposite of being outgoing and inviting. Anti-inflammatory, we older folks know about this. It's that which is against swelling in the human body and fights for it. But how about this disturbing one, Antichrist? Revelation 13 is the introduction to a character yet to be named in human history that is more evil than any one person that has walked the planet, the Antichrist. Many believe that the beast refers to the Antichrist when this chapter starts off. Let's read the chilling account of what is coming to this earth, starting in verse 1. And I saw a beast coming out of the sea, having 10 horns and 7 heads, and on his horns were 10 diadems, and on his heads were blasphemous names. And the beast, which I saw like a leopard, and his feet were like those of a bear, his mouth like the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him his power and his throne and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as if it had been slain, and his fatal wound was healed. And the whole earth was amazed and followed after the beast. And they worshiped the dragon because he gave his authority to the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast, and who is able to wage war with him?" And there was given to him a mouth speaking arrogant words and blasphemies, and authority to act for 42 months was given to him. He opened his mouth in blasphemies against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and those who dwell in heaven. And it was given to him to make war with the saints. Revelation 13 closes with the Antichrist mark of the beast, that number 666. Whenever you come to speaking about eschatology, the study of the end times, many speculate. In fact, I grew up at a time where the church was trying to figure out who the Antichrist might be, and even went as far as throwing out some names using the 666 as the key to unlock their identity. The last name I heard growing up in the church was Ronald Reagan was the Antichrist. Why? His full name is Ronald Wilson Reagan. Every part of his name has 6 letters. Ronald has 6 letters, and you have Wilson with 6 letters, and Reagan with 6 letters, ending up with 666. Seriously? Nobody said it better about Revelation speculations than R.T. Williams. He said it this way: "Young men, stay away from the subject of prophecy. Let the old men do that. They won't be around to see their mistakes." Brilliant. The things detailed by the Apostle John is scary and sobering. Let me give you some bullet points of this time in the future. First, what is disturbing is the similarities to Christ the Antichrist is. Listen to the language. He has 10 diadems. He looks like a lion. He has power and authority and a throne. And if you look closely at his head, it looks like he has been slain. How deceptive is this? But no one can forget the beast's power comes from the dragon. What an awful combination. A beast and a dragon equal an Antichrist. Second, the world is sucked in and duped by all of this. The whole earth, it says, was amazed and followed the Antichrist. And they will worship the dragon and the beast. What insanity before the tribulation. The world was made aware of the Lamb of God that died for them, but not amazed, and would not follow him or worship Jesus. The satanic deception is awful. And finally, his job is to discredit the true and living Christ. He will speak blasphemies and arrogant words against God, his name, his tabernacle, and to all of his children who are in heaven. He will make war and inspire others on the planet also to do the same. Just as it seemed hopeless for African Americans to ever play in Major League Baseball until number 42 paved the route, so the number 42 gives hope again to humanity. Here's the hope in the midst of this planetary mayhem. Remember these important words. God is the CEO of the universe, not Satan. Satan is not an independent power that can do whatever he wants. He is under God's role and control. Satan is God's puppet. Here comes 42 again. God gave the beast 42 months to wreak havoc. It will seem God is absent, not defending himself or the saints in heaven, but this is all God's plan in the end times. When you see all of these characteristics of the Antichrist, it seems hopeless, but the part we cannot miss are these words. He had authority to act for 42 months. And that was given to him. This brings everything back to the reality of who is actually in charge. 42 means God set the boundaries. 42 means Satan is God's Satan, and the beast and the dragon are not separate entities that call the shots. God says, do your thing, but you only got 42 months, then I'll do my thing. And when I do my thing, your future is about to come to an end. When I am reading these chilling details and remember the 42, I'm always reminded what C.S. Lewis said. He said, on the back of Satan's neck is a nail-scarred footprint. Amen. Thanks for joining the 260 journey.